Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Bill from Good Old Days Gaming, and welcome to Milon's Secret Castle for the NES. This game gets a lot of hate, and rightfully so. It's extremely hard and doesn't tell you anything of what you're supposed to do. But for me, it is one of my favorite NES games because I have so many fond memories of watching my dad when I was a little young kid playing this game. So, yeah, I like it, and I'm hoping you stick around for at least an hour of your time. However, this video is probably going to be under an hour, but if you stick with me the whole way, hopefully I'll show you some reasons why I like this game. What we're doing right here, every stage has these note games, and basically the more notes you collect, it turns into money at the end. It's just a timed thing. You have to avoid the flat notes, and sharp notes are worth 2, and then regular music notes are worth just 1. But it's not like, see, we're at 35, it's not like we're gonna get like $38 right now. I don't know how it calculates it, to be honest. There we go, excellent. 43 is good. $10, you want to get at least like 12, ideally. Money is everything in this game. Alright, so the idea of this game, we are Milon. We shoot a little bubble, that's our main attack. It kind of feels like Kid Icarus in a way. But what we have to do is just shoot little things, and the enemies can be really, really tough because there's no invincibility frames in this game. As you can see, we're collecting money inside hidden bricks, and I just picked up a key. Every stage in this castle is going to have a key that we need to find. It also has this, the Hudson bee, because Hudson's the company that made this game. You might know them for making all the Mario Party games, up to a point. I think the more recent Mario Party games, it's no longer Hudson. That's the exit door, but we're not done yet because... Oh, get that! Umbrellas are rapid fire. They wear off after a while, I think, like going from stage to stage. But then there's one final thing, this Honeycomb. What that does, on the left there, you can see I gained 1 more bar of health. Ah, get out of here! I just lost my bee. But yeah, what that bee does, it's a protective shield. And if you have full health and you collect little blue hearts that enemies drop occasionally, and you still have the honeybee, it increases the shield and it can absorb up to like 8 hits. And there's our first item, shrink when you touch the glove. It's kind of like Zelda in a way, because there's items we need to purchase. But instead of rupees, we have these weird money bricks that we find hidden in levels, like I said, and also from playing like the note minigame and stuff. And I pretty much memorized where all the money is. I've practiced this game a lot. I've only beat it a handful of times because it is ridiculously tough. There was a hidden shop in that first stage that it allows you to jump on springboards, but I didn't pick it up, specifically because you can buy the same item in this level for cheaper. And that's going to be very important because money is very hard to come by later on in the game, and it becomes very crucial. So up here is a hidden shop. Some levels have hidden shops like that. Oh, I need that heart. A lot of elements of this game also remind me of Zelda 2 on the NES. Another game that gets a lot of hate, but you know what it is? Some of these NES games, right here, if you bubbled, there you go. There's the shoes I was talking about. So we'll grab that. Jump higher where springs are set. So we'll see that into play right down here on those little benches. There's going to be springs set. But first, we gotta get the key. There, you just heard the little... I don't know what determines it, but however many enemies and bricks you kill in a level, it tacks up a hidden counter of points, and when it reaches a certain threshold, that little jingle plays and the key spawns in one of 3 places usually in each level. So there you go, there's a hidden spring. Oh, get the bee, get the bee, get the bee! Yes! Those things are so elusive. That's why it's so dangerous to keep mashing the fire button, because you can accidentally lure one of those out of their hidden spot, and if you shoot it once, regardless if you collect it or anything, it disappears forever. And only certain stages have a honeybee, so if you miss it, you're out of luck. Oh, I just lost it too, dang it! Well, we got the honeycomb, that's the main thing. So up here is a little hidden area with a bunch of money. And that right wall has a hidden shop, but we're actually not going to go in there because there's a lantern that it sells, but it's way too expensive, and we're going to find another lantern in another shop. But that right wall is a hidden shop, so here's the note block for this one, too. Sorry I'm talking so fast, I'm just doing all this stuff at once. But before I hit that note block, we're going to go down here and get the last of the money, because, as I said, money is everything in this game. But yeah, I have so many memories of just watching my dad play this game. And we're coming up on the first boss. It's gonna have that iconic regular Nintendo. That's what I always called the console, the NES. I call it the regular Nintendo, I don't know why. Maybe because it's the first one. So here we go, we can see this is our second note block one, and before we just had drums, but if you look, I think it's the guy on the far right on the pink blocks. He's holding an instrument now. So each one of these we find, there's going to be a new little elf dude playing an instrument, and eventually it's going to be like a full song and not just a drum beat in the background. And that tacks on to the story. That was a weird sentence. But that blends into what the story of this game is. Basically, Milon went away. This is his castle, and he went away on some musical journey, and when he came back, the Princess Garland, this is Garland Castle, the Princess of Garland Castle, was kidnapped by some wizard dude that's trying to, like, steal all the music or something. I have no idea. It's an NES game. The story is irrelevant. Basically what this game is NES hard. You know, back in the day, people always said Nintendo hard or, like, Nintendo difficult, you know? This game is one of those games, just like Contra or even Zelda 2. But there we go. Now it's boss time. Here we go. The Boogity Monster music, as my dad always called it. I remember the first time I ever beat this boss on my own. I was so happy. And then I died instantly afterward, but... Oh, let's go. No, don't do that. So, alright, yeah, he's pretty easy, but every boss is gonna have that same music and that same attack pattern, but... As we progress through the stage, I didn't mean to go back in there. As we progress through the game, the bosses are gonna shoot more of those little purple things and become harder to avoid, and also take more hits. Oh, the little Plinko stage! I love this level! I like these little Plinko blocks. That's what I call them, because they make that little Plinko, Plinko, Plinko noise. So again, we're just collecting money and enjoying this repetitive song. At least it's not super annoying. Although I imagine if you really were dying left and right in this game, it could be really annoying. There you go, there's the key. Unfortunately, there's a lot of hidden stuff in this stage, and every time you go into like a shop or something, you have to... The point counter for spawning that key resets. So up here is the music note for this one. Oops. Actually, you know what? Let's grab this money real quick, and then we'll jump up there. So it can get a little bit repetitive, and I can see why people hate this game, especially if you've never taken the time to figure out how to beat it. But there, you can hear a bass tone in the music now. I'll shut up for a second, finally. Well, yeah, I used to cheer my dad on with this game so much as a little kid. I don't even know. I always try to remember what's the very first video game I ever played. And it's almost impossible to determine. But I remember watching my dad with the NES. And Metroid used to scare me so much, because that game just has so much creepy atmosphere and music, and little bug monsters, you know? And I used to watch my dad play Metroid, so in a lot of ways I remember he used to hand me the controller too, and like tell me what buttons did. And you know, as a kid, you don't know what the heck you're doing. But for that reason, I always think Metroid on the NES is the very first video game I ever played. But I remember sharing this game with my dad too, and him showing me how to do it. And my dad was amazing at it. Somehow. Like, I don't even know how people get good at this game, because back in the day, unless you had a guide, like, this game doesn't tell you anything, and that's a lot of the reason why people hate it. That's the exit door up there, but we want to go... We'll get rid of that guy real quick, and then ride both of these. Make sure you stand on the middle. I love that little noise, I don't know why. Ah, oh, cool, the key's available, except we're coming up on a hidden shop. But yeah, I used to get butchered anytime my dad let me play this game. I could never even, like, get past the yellow dragon. But you know, as a kid, you have no idea what you're doing, let alone the fact that the game doesn't tell you. Alright, so here's the lantern for only $15. Or whatever the currency is. It is dollars, it's a dollar sign. But see, now we gotta let the key spawn again, so I gotta try to destroy as many bricks and enemies as I can until we hear that little jingle again. We're also coming up on the Honeycomb and the hidden bee in this stage. Because most stages have that hidden Hudson bee. There's the Honeycomb. The bee is right below me, I just jumped on it, but you have to bubble in its hidden spot for it to, like, scare out of where it is. But I actually don't care, I'm gonna save it, just in case we need it for an emergency later. Alright, the Honeycomb. This is one of those games, too, where there's no password system, but that dragon that the crystal that we collected, sorry, I can't speak right now, I keep getting tongue-tied, but the crystal we collected from defeating that yellow dragon enables us to hold left and start after getting a game over, and what that does is it allows you to continue. However, you have to, like, grind for hearts to get your health back up and stuff, because you start with, like, barely any health. But at least it saves all the items and everything that you've done, and all the bosses you've defeated up to that point are still defeated. But that's only if you hold left while you're getting a game over and start. And until you collect that first crystal, there is no continue feature. So this level, we're just gonna jump right down here because the music block is right here. And as you might have seen so far, every time you go into the music block stage, when it's all over, it resets you back to the start of whatever level you were just in, so might as well knock this out of the way first. And we finally have some melody over top of the bass and drums. But Kirby's Adventure on the NES was the very first game I think I ever beat. That or Mario Brothers 2. But I was born in 1988, which is when this game was released, I think. Or was this 87? I forget already. 41, eh. 67 bucks. That seems like a lot right now, but trust me, it's gonna go away. There's also a— oh no, the bee, dude, the bee! I hate those damn bees. See, I'm always trigger happy, and then, see, that's it. I didn't collect it, but it's gone forever now, because I scared it out of its hiding spot. It's so dumb. Ooh, get the umbrella at least. Yes. I don't understand the umbrellas because, like I said, it kind of wears off, and I don't know what it determines when it wears off. So basically, whenever you see an umbrella, you want to grab it, because it's rapid fire, and if you're already at max rapid fire, it heals, I think, like 1 or 2 of your health points, if you want to call it that, on the left there. I heard the key noise. We need it to get into that shop. And there's a hidden shop right here in this wall. We need this. Helps you in the fire room. We'll see that in a minute. It's the bottom of the well. Sun? No, it's not Sun. It's Hudson. This is the Hudson level. Because it just has their name spelled out back there. I don't know. But what I was going to say before, too, is this is one of those games that because of the fact that there's no continues and no password system and no way to save, and the only way to continue is that left and start option, which kind of sucks because you start with, like, no health at all. This is one of those games that it's best to start from the beginning and try your hardest to not screw up and do it in one go. And I feel like Zelda 2 is a lot like that too, although Zelda 2 is way more forgiving in its health drops and, like— well, kind of. I don't know, they're both a little bit difficult. So up here there was a hidden spring, and there's a hidden shop in here. You gotta make sure you— it's very hard, so there we go. There's free money in here. I think it's, yeah, 10 coins. And that Power 15, that is a full heal, but there's also another one later on that we're gonna be abusing. Oh, I need the glove. I need to be tiny, because this is where the Honeycomb is in this stage. I haven't had Honeycomb cereal in a while. That stuff was amazing. Although, you know what's interesting? All of those, like, sugary cereals from the 90s, like Honeycomb, Cookie Crisp, Oreo O's, Rice Krispie Treat cereal, all those cereals suck now. Like, I think they must have changed something. Like, they must have been really sugary and terrible for you in the 90s when they first came out. At least I think they came out in the 90s. It might have been earlier than that, but something changed over the course of the years and the many health fads and stuff. And I feel like whatever ingredients they use now, those cereals are not as good. Either that or my taste buds changed that much. Alright, down to the bottom of the well, now that we got all the items we need. Hit the boxing glove. There's also a hidden bee in here, but I'm going to save it once again in case of emergencies. So yeah, you gotta time that jump while you're still small. Now in here, you gotta be real careful because there's a bee! Dude, get the bit! Oh my god, dude! Alright, sorry. Get this, definitely. Hidden honeycomb. And then there's 2 money blocks. This one and the very bottom one on the right there. For now, we can't do anything about these ghosts, so just avoid them. And this is the fire room where we got that item. So see, you can see we still take damage from the fire, but it's definitely not as much. Like, sometimes you can still walk across it and it doesn't damage you right away. It gives you a couple seconds. Dude, get that bee! Get the bee! Get the bee! Oh my god! That's gonna be a running thing for this. I haven't picked up a single bee except for that first one. Those things are so crucial, too, because there are 4 to 8 hits for free. Or maybe it's only 2 to 4. Actually, what am I doing? I don't need to grind for little hearts, because there's another hidden honeycomb here. Make sure you do not miss this honeycomb. Right there, you hit that fire, jump, doesn't matter how many times this guy hits you, as long as you get that, and go! Boss time, the big turd monster! Oh man, this is nerve-wracking. The Boogity Monster music! I remember I would just be so tense watching my dad do this too. Go! Oh, dude, that was a good fight, dude. Normally I get wrecked on this dude. Alright, so we get a free item here, the hammer, enter through the front wall. So now certain walls of the castle exterior we can bust down with that hammer. And now here's this hidden secret that you would never know unless you somehow were goofing around. That crystal enables us to now kill these guys. So you just gotta keep bubbling until he pops, and he's gonna drop a balloon, which is an instant exit from this well, so we don't have to climb. There, that! Grab it, don't let it get off screen. There we go. Yeah, if you miss that, it sucks, because you have to get out of the well the same way you came in, and it's pretty brutal. Alright, so now we have the hammer, we can bust through certain walls, like, you can see that ledge on the top right, we can bust through that wall, except nothing is there. But there is one down here on the first floor. Not that one, it's this one. And we get another free item, the saw, which now we can enter through the black windows. So, climb our way back up the second floor, and it's gonna be another boss instantly, right after that well one, which sucks. It is, I think, this door? No, it's the one on the right. What am I thinking? Here we go, this might be the hardest boss. Because later on we have items that make these guys slightly easier, despite the fact that they fire more rapidly and have more HP. All of these guys have names too, but I don't have the manual anymore. And I don't remember. Oh, dude, no, don't want to. Don't let him combo you like that. Sorry, this is intense. You can also see our bubble is bigger now. The Turd Man crystal, that's what I'm gonna call it. The big black poop that was in the well. The crystal we got from him made our bubble bigger, which is... It's not stronger, but it's bigger, which kind of helps, I guess. But we'll go to this room first. This room is the money room, that's what I like to call it. Because this is the only room in the entire game where the money respawns. You could come in and out of here, and... Oh, right here, too, you want to be very careful with your bubble. Not every money tile respawns, but most of them do in this room. But here, do not fire right here, because right here is where the bee is. If I were to fire, I would have scared it out of the way. And you definitely want to save that for later when you have to come back here. Another interesting thing about this level is it is the only level that doesn't have a honeycomb. Well, the only main level, I guess. Main level being the ones that play this music, I guess. Oh yeah, get that umbrella. I like your umbrella. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So we're just gonna come down here and grab the money. All the way to the right is a fireplace, and that's important for later, but we don't have the items we need for it right now. Again, very Zelda and Metroid-esque. And there's where the music block is too, so let's do it. I was thinking about playing Contra. Nintendo Capri Sun's playthrough of that in one life is pretty impressive, but then like when you watch it too, it's one of those games where it seems easy, you know? Like you know it's gruelingly difficult. Everybody who's ever played Contra knows about the 30-man code, the Konami code, right? But then like when you watch somebody good playing these games, you're like, oh, that's not too hard. But then you play it yourself and you're like, oh wait. But even still, I think with practice, beating Contra in one life probably isn't too difficult. It's kind of something I want to try. There was another one I was thinking of doing. kind of some NES games. Spider-Man, that was a game I never beat as a kid, but I got pretty far. I think I got to, like, the Hawk? Or whatever his name is in the Marvel universe. There's the key. But yeah, Spider-Man and the Sinister Six is a terrible game, but that's one of the ones I played a lot as a kid, and I remember my mom cooked Spider-Man cupcakes. Oh yeah, this is the Blimp. We have 100 money, dude. Glide down slowly, so now if you hold the jump button, you descend slowly, which helps immensely with the boss. Later on, there's going to be a high jump, similar to the high jump boots in Metroid. So combine that with a slow descent, and it makes fighting the bosses a lot easier. Ooh, get that umbrella, yeah! Alright, we gotta get out of here, man, before I take any more unnecessary damage. But yeah, you see, the money is coming back. And we're gonna be abusing that later, but I'll probably cut a lot of that out, because it depends on how much damage I take, because sometimes I take a lot of damage, and other times I do very well. Sorry, what do I want to do first? I guess this door. This room you should only have to come to once. There is a hidden shop in here that sells a feather, but the feather is the most useless item. All it does is allow you to ride an elevator in the next level that we're going to be going to. And you can beat that level and obtain everything in the level without the feather that enables you to ride the elevator in said level. So, it's also very expensive. It's like 30 or 40 coins, and... Oh, dude! Yeah! Holy crap, dude. Sorry. But that's what I mean, the invincibility frames. That's one of those situations that could make you rage quit this game. And I'm sure there's probably people on YouTube that have done that with this game. But, oh, dude, no, get away. Get the honeycomb, get the bee! Yes, the bee! No, dude, we're getting that honeycomb. Get away from me! Oh my god. Never been happier to hear that. Dude, stop getting hit. Dang it, dude, I lost the bee. That's like the first bee I got since the beginning of the game, too. Anyway, let's get out of here. I hate this level. There's so many hidden trapdoors. I don't even remember where the music block is in here, either. Oh, there's... Dude! Alright, come on, get out of here. We got the key. The only shop in here sells the feather. We don't need that. We got the honeycomb. We wasted the bee. And I don't know where the music block is, unfortunately. So, we're getting out of here. Come on, get up there. Alright, now... there should be one more main door before we start going into the towers on the left and the right. Oh, actually, this, too. This is a shop. Oh, but do I buy this? I can't remember. Because I think... what's the hint? A water pot in icy room. I have no idea what that refers to. I hate to waste this much money, but... make invisible things visible. Oh yeah, we definitely did need that. That's for later when we go into the right and left towers. But this is the final room up here. This is the elevator room, which if we had purchased the feather, we could ride that thing going up and down that looks like a Mario platform. We could stand on that, but since we don't have the feather, we fall right through it. Stupid eyeball, get out of here. I hate this chamber because the blocks are very finicky with the bubble sometimes. I don't know, there's something about this game, despite how, like, hard and nerve-wracking it can be. There's certain, like, I don't know if it's just the colors, the certain, like, palettes that they use in some of these stages. It evokes, like, a warm feeling to me. And again, that could just be, like, the nostalgia of watching my dad play this and just sitting in my living room in the house where I grew up. Especially in the winter when we had, like, a fire going in the fireplace. And this song is cheerful too, despite how repetitive it can be. So this is one of those levels though. This is the yellow money and the pink and green, I don't know. So we want to hit this glove though, because it'll be helpful to be small when we get to the right side of this room eventually. We also need 50 money, so to get into that door. That's a shop. Again, riding the elevator would... How did I not go in it? Oh well, we'll come at it from the right-hand side. But there's the key, and we also want to climb up these bricks. Almost every single one of them can be destroyed, but you gotta do it in a way so that you create kind of little mini staircases for yourself. Because the honeycomb is way on the right-hand side towards the bottom, so we're basically just carving our path through there. And then we'll make our way to the shop. Because there's also some money, I think, right above where I am right now, but first I'm gonna go to the right for the honeycomb. And again, that's why I say this game is best played in one go without any continues or anything. Because the honeycombs, you can only collect them once, and every time you do, it's a full heal. And every other time you have to spend like 5 to 15 money, which means a lot of farming for money if you don't have it. If you want any kind of healing, you have to find the shop that sells it first of all, and then you have to spend that money, in addition to the money you need to buy the items that are very Zelda-esque. There it is. So yeah, we gotta start being very careful here because we're about halfway through the game, I think. And yeah, the tail end of this game is brutal. So it's definitely one of those games that it's so satisfying when you do it. And so frustrating when you lose, when you get so far. Alright, we have the 50. We just gotta get in there. Oh, dude, what the... Why didn't it go in? I have the key. Maybe I gotta press up. That might be what it is. I know you don't need the feather to stand on the elevator. Let's try this again here. Come on, Milon. What are you doing? There we go. Yeah, I had to press up. So this, you want to get that. It's the Excalibur. It powers up the bubble. So now you can see our bubble is pink and blue instead of clear. And it packs a powerful punch. No, I don't know. I really don't understand this game. We'd have to ask Hudson sometime. Music is the theme, and the protagonist attacks with bubbles. How do bubbles relate to music? I don't know. But since money is important, I'm gonna do this, even though at this point it is probably getting repetitive. I like the song, though, as instruments get added to it. You know, speaking of certain rooms and palettes, NES palette choices, color choices, I don't know what you would call it, evoking certain feelings. It's kind of like the olfactory senses too, right? If that's how you say that word, smell, sense of smell, how smells can evoke memories, probably better than any other sense. I think that's actually proven. There's another video game that has a photographic memory for me. It is A Link to the Past, the Dark World Dungeon 3 in the Lost Woods. Forever in my mind, I'm going to associate that dungeon with pine nuts. Like the little snack, the salted... Maybe it's sunflower seeds or something. It's either pine nuts or sunflower seeds, but I remember my dad and I... It was, again, my dad was playing the game, I was little, and just watching my dad go through this dungeon, and I had this little bag of salted nuts, and I can't remember if they were pine nuts or cracked open sunflower seeds. Or pumpkin seeds. One of the two. If it was the latter, it was already cracked. Like, you know how normally those seeds you have to bite down and get the seed from inside and then dispose of the shell? The shell was already disposed of. It was like one of those... You would get them at the organic section in the produce department. Like already in one of those little plastic containers all salted for you. Anyway, I had like a little baggie of those. A little sandwich bag full of those. And I was just eating them. So, every time I see Dungeon 3 in the Dark World of A Link to the Past, I taste those nuts in my mouth. That's a weird sentence. Let's pretend I didn't say that, but oh god, I hate this. This is the icy room that... Get the umbrella! Yes! You want to destroy these things and stay down this middle path. Get away from me, you stupid little floaty bats. have the most erratic pattern. This thing, destroy it! There you go, that honeycomb. You do not want to miss it. And you do not want to get hit on your way down. I got hit in the transition. Luckily, you can destroy this lightning if you're careful, and it's a way to get quick drops. Of course, it lands in the sparks. There's a honeybee, too, if you hit that. Go, go, go. Yes! And there's also 2 monies, that one and the one brick above it. You know what? Screw it. Just go. Alright, full health. Let's see if I can get more and expand this shield. Yes! Alright, we have a beefed out bee and full health. Ooh, got the umbrella! Yes! Those things get me so panicked. This music's kind of annoying, but also kind of... Come on, little hearts. I want my shield beefed up again. Yes, go! Boss time! Oh, I don't have the high jump! Why don't I have the high jump yet? No, dude, my shield's already gone! You stupid pink bird dragon... Dude, I'm getting comboed here. No, dude! Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. I thought that was game over. Holy crap. Extinguish the fire. Oh man, dude, my heart stopped. Alright. I need to get into this top window. Oh, what? You can't... That window? Dude, get up there. Dude, 500 attempts later, this room you could come up to a maximum of 3 times, that money will spawn. This is a full heal. Thank God, but I need this. Alright, this is the 3rd time already. I also went to the money room that respawns. I'll probably just cut all that out. But now I have enough to jump high anywhere with the roller skates. Onward we go, back to where we were with full health. Oh, of course I would get hit in the transition. But yeah, that was a lot of grinding. I probably spent about like 10 minutes grinding for money and health. Or just money, rather. I'm also thinking of doing a long play of this, just removing the commentary track. Although long plays traditionally don't have any edits in them, so... But if I left all the grinding in this, that would be a really annoying thing to watch. But I might still do it for anybody who hates commentary. But if you remember, we got that canteen that said extinguish the fire. Now we can destroy the fire in the fireplace in this stage. Although that's completely irrelevant, the thing also allows us to destroy these birds later, and also the final boss of the game, whose name is like Mahato or something? I don't remember. Alright, I just farmed for some hearts off of these enemies again. I think we're good enough to try this again. 3 bosses in a row, basically, here. This is the fireplace. Why is he not coming out? Maybe I gotta jump on top. Get out of here, I don't need you distracting me. There he is. So now we have the ability to destroy this guy, whereas before our bubble would do absolutely nothing to him. But you can just ignore him. Walk into this block repeatedly until it shoves out of the way, hopefully. There we go, and here we go. Pink dragon, or maybe it's red dragon. Oh, that was crazy rapid fire. Go, rapid thumbs! Oh, man. But you can see now with the high jump and the slow descent that this is a lot easier. You don't have to get right up in his face. It's easier to time and dodge the little sparks. Even though he has way more health than all the other bosses. Oh, dude, see how much damage they do? All it takes is one slip-up and, like, to get comboed by 3 in a row and you're screwed. Oh, man. Alright. Here we go, this is the tail end of the game. This is very important, you gotta watch out for trapped doors in the floors. I think the only one here is on the far left, though, so we're good. And this could also be a good spot to farm for little blue hearts if you're low on health. Because these guys spawn left and right all the time. There we go, get that. Oh, how did it disappear so fast? Sprite limitations or something? But yeah, remember that little medicine bottle? Oh, man. The medicine bottle I got in the window shop that said make invisible things visible? If I didn't buy that, I wouldn't be able to see these blocks that I'm spawning with my bubble. They'll still be there, but you can't actually see them. Oh, comboed. There we go. See, despite the fact I'm getting hit, these guys are dropping tons of hearts. But yeah, you want to climb up here. Don't go to the bottom left. You can see that help sign flashing. There's a fake princess. Princess Garland is right there, but it's the fake one. So we gotta walk in and kill her, because you'll see why it's not the real her. Oh yes, this is perfect. Oh, dude! Alright, remember there's a trap door right there, so you gotta fall and go to the left immediately. But yeah, this is one of those sections of a game where I used to always think this is something only my dad could do. Die, 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 don't kill me! Yes! Alright, so there's the princess's cane. We also need to get her crown. But to do that, we have to go into the left tower as opposed to the right tower. Or actually, this was the fireplace. But in order to get into the fireplace, we needed to go into the right tower. It's confusing, but once you know it, you remember. It's just like a Zelda dungeon. You know, oh, you need Dungeon 2's item to do this, or whatever, you know? And there's the trapdoor you want to avoid had you not gotten the cane yet. And there's the one with the crown, but there's no way up there yet. Oh, man. Yeah, at nighttime lightning comes outside, so... back up top. Okay, left tower. This one is a little weird. It's a maze. You just follow the path down, try not to get hit. Whatever, I just said it too. Luckily, you can destroy the lightning once again, and they have a high probability of dropping hearts and umbrellas. Actually, getting an umbrella, speak of the devil, get it. Taking too many hits here, though. Get out of here with your erratic patterns. There we go, 2 hearts in a row, see what I mean? You just gotta be very careful with your dodges, and it could work out in your favor. So we're in a very good spot, but I don't want to say that too early, because any one thing could screw you. Because once again, no invincibility frames. But we are doing very well for being this close to the end of the game. All we need is the princess's crown. Oh, here goes the blue turd. So okay, we're at the top floor now. You gotta destroy these bricks in the top right, and then jump and exit the screen. Oh, I screwed up, man. Sorry, that was probably loud in the microphone. But, yeah, I screwed up because I was in the middle path again. The only way you know you did it right is if you appear in the bottom left right down there. So here we go, let's try it again. Clear out the bricks, jump, and hold... Alright, see? Now I'm at the bottom. And now we have the blue turd to fight. Yeah, this end part of the game is nuts. It's just boss after boss. And it's relentless. And also very few to no honeycombs. Oh, man. That's annoying, that's annoying. Alright, I'm done, sorry. Yeah, boogity monster music, though, as my dad always called it. I'll never forget. Metroid's boss music is the same, too. That's very boogity monster, dude. Metroid. Such a crazy game. I actually don't like the first Metroid game. It's just... It lacks the mapping system, and... it's too confusing, man. If you didn't grow up with it and, like, waste your life trying to learn it, it's very difficult. I mean, Super Metroid, it's so amazing how much Super Metroid... like, improved on that game. To get the B! Get the B! Yes! Oh, dude, if I can keep on to this B, we are gonna be in great shape. No, Oh, I need to get my health full first before I can regenerate the bee shield. Alright. Come on. No! 3 more hearts. We can do it. Yes, there's 1. Ooh, umbrella! Nice, the umbrella counted as a heal. I must have full rapid fire. Nice, now I just need a few more. Yes! Expanded the bee shield. We're good to go. Let's get this crown and get out of here. Get away from me and your erratic patterns. Alright, princess, let's go! Hey, you didn't wake up. Come on. Get away from me! Go, 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 go! Get off! What are you doing to me? Oh, man. I got stuck on his foot. Oh, the crown appeared where it was, okay. Sorry for making so many, like, grunting noises. You would understand, though, if you're playing. If you've ever played this game, or any tense NES game, you just get those moments where you're just on the brink of death. That's one thing that you could say about every NES game, just the difficulty. Nothing has matched it since. Just the lack of continues and saves. Having to beat these games in one go. It really is like Cranky Kong. Like, gamers today don't know what it's like. Like, Cranky Kong is onto something when he says stuff like that to Donkey Kong. Get in that damn window, dude. That took another 50 tries, but the money is gone, but I'm here for the full heal, because we are approaching the end of the game. Oh, here we go. So stressful, dude. I only have 9 coins, too, which means I'm gonna have to go back to the money room if I need that full heal after this boss. This is the hardest boss in the game, next to the final boss. Oh, man. I'm hot. It's midwinter and I'm hot. Because of this game stressing me out. Here we go! The Bone Dragon. That's what I'm gonna call him. He has an actual name, but I don't know what it is. He fires way more consistently than any other boss and has way more health. Oh, do not land on his things. Oh, dude, what are you doing walking right into it? It's not hitting him, or if it is, it's not making a brrrr noise. I need to hear that brrrr. There it is. No, dude! Oh man, dude. This is the most tense situation. Die! I'm like not even breathing right now. Dude, Milon, you don't move fast enough! Oh my god! Oh. We did it. Oh man. We are at the 4th thing, but I gotta go heal. Alright, I got the money. Let's do this. Final boss time. One last climb, for old time's sake, hopefully. Praying to whatever god exists that I don't have to continue. Because I really don't want to grind for money and health. This is the moment, though. This is all or nothing, baby. Final door. Just avoid these stupid bats, Actually, I don't know what they are. Get away from me. Get away! I'm trying to get up there. Go, 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 go. Ah, you landed right on it. Now, in some of these rooms, there's 2 bees in this final room. But this room has 4 of the final boss. 3 of them are fake. And there's also 4 different rooms, color-coded, of course, because it's the NES. Oh, and there's lots of trap floors, too. You gotta be careful. Ah, speaking of it, yeah, you gotta jump in all these doorways. So the green room, there's no way of telling which boss is the real one until you attack them. And each time you boot up the game, it's random which one is going to be the real one. So we just gotta hope and pray here, basically. And I also don't remember where the 2 honeybees are. There's no honeycomb, but there are bees. Jump and go! Pink one. I need the glove. I can't get in there. There was the glove in the green room, but I think there's one in the blue room too, which we're approaching. Kinda reminds me of Shy Guy's toy box from Paper Mario 1, yeah. Is the bee down here? One of these rooms has a bee, and I don't know where it is. I'm just getting wrecked, go! Oh, I'm getting really nervous. I have half health or less. Alright, no, stupid trapdoors. Jump and hold left! Good, we missed the trapdoor, get the glove. Let's hope it's the blue one that's real. Oh, stop hitting me, stupid! Open your coat. Yeah, you can only hit him when his coat opens, and when he opens his coat, he, like, throws things at you, kind of like Hammer Bros do in the first Mario Brothers. Oh, dude, don't get comboed by this stupid... Open your damn coat! Open your coat, you stupid guy, bouncing like a Russian. Yes! We did it. It was the real one, dude. We are so lucky. Well, I'm so lucky. You're not playing. Oh man, I had like 1 hit left. You bravely saved Castle Garland, thank you, Milon. So now, the really screwed up thing about this game is if I do this 8 more times, there's a hidden message. And I forget what the hidden message is. It's something stupid. Like, it's just a bonus for beating the game 8 times. And I think it gets harder too. You do more damage, or you take more damage from enemies. So, F that. I am not doing it. Once is enough. I beat one of the hardest NES games. There you go. That's Milon's Secret Castle. I do enjoy it, but it is stressful. Hope you enjoyed it.